हल्द्वानी गुरु वैभव चैनल में आपका स्वागत है मेरे दोस्तों। जैसे कि हमने डिसाइड किया था कि मैं आपके सामने कुछ इंग्लिश के टॉपिक्स लाऊंगा, जिसमें से एक टॉपिक में हम कर चुके हैं जो है आपका आपके ईडियम्स। अब हम आते हैं अपने नेक्स्ट टॉपिक में जो है वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन। वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन बेसिकली होता क्या है? वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन आपका ये होता है कि जब आप किसी पूरे एक लंबे चौड़े सेंटेंस को आप एक वर्ड में समझा दे रहे हो। जैसे एक फॉर एग्जांपल है, जो इंसान बहुत लालची होता है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश? ग्रीडी, है ना। दैट द पर्सन हु वांट्स एवरीथिंग, तो दैट पर्सन इज कंसिडर्ड एज ग्रीडी पर्सन। तो ग्रीडी क्या है? एक वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन है। तो मेरी उम्मीद यही है आप लोगों से कि पेन और पेपर आप लोगों ने लिख लिया होगा, बिकॉज ये वीडियो बहुत लंबी है, बहुत मेहनत से बनाई गई है। बनाने से ज़्यादा एडिटिंग में मैंने बहुत फोकस रखा है, क्योंकि मेरा ये टारगेट था कि आपके पास एक एक वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन जितने भी मैं करा रहा हूँ वन बाय वन आपके पास पहुँच सके। तो पिछली वीडियो की तरह जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि कैप्शन आपको नीचे मिल जाएंगे जैसे जैसे हमारे वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन होते रहेंगे। तो बिना किसी देरी के हम अपना करते हैं टॉपिक। बस मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर जिन लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है प्लीज़ मेरा चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर लें, एंड उससे ही मेरे को एक बूस्टअप मिलता है और मेरे को और हिम्मत आती है कि मुझे और अच्छा काम करना है। और जो लोग पहले से सब्सक्राइब्ड हैं उनको थैंक यू वेरी मच। तो बिना किसी देरी के हम शुरू करते हैं अपना टॉपिक वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन। तो हमारा जो पहला वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन है वो है पोस्ट स्क्रिप्ट। पोस्ट स्क्रिप्ट का मतलब क्या होता है? पोस्ट स्क्रिप्ट मतलब होता है, पोस्ट मतलब होता है बाद में। कुछ वर्ड्स होते हैं ना कि एक होता है प्री माने पहले, एक होता है पोस्ट मतलब बाद में। इन इंग्लिश व्हेन वी से pre refers to a incident that has happened before, and post refers to an incident which has happened. So post script का मतलब क्या होता है? Anything in form of letter when it has been signed, it is called as post script. मतलब हम किसी भी ऐसे लेटर को जो बाद में साइन हो चुका है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? पोस्ट स्क्रिप्ट बोलते हैं। तो ये था हमारा पहला वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन, पोस्ट स्क्रिप्ट। स्पेलिंग आपको नीचे मेंशन हो गई है, आप प्लीज़ स्पेलिंग ध्यान से लिखिएगा। एंड इसमें मेरा थोड़ा आप प्रोनाउंसिएशन भी देखिएगा, बिकॉज मेरा 90% ये इसमें फोकस रहा है कि वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ साथ आपको इसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन भी अच्छे से आ जाए। तो पहला हमारा वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन था पोस्ट स्क्रिप्ट। हमारा सेकंड वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन है डोमिसाइल। डोमिसाइल का मतलब क्या होता है? डोमिसाइल, अ पर्सन लिविंग परमानेंटली इन अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेस फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम। उस जगह को उसका डोमिसाइल बोलते हैं। जैसे आपसे पूछा जाता है कि व्हाट इज़ अ डोमिसाइल, तो जैसे आपने देखा होगा व्हेन यू किसी भी एग्जाम के लिए अपेयर करते हैं तो वहाँ पे आपका डोमिसाइल पूछा जाता है, दैट व्हाट इज़ अ डोमिसाइल। तो डोमिसाइल मतलब क्या होता है? द प्लेस वेयर यू हैव लिव्ड फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, दैट इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ डोमिसाइल। जैसे अगर आई एम लिविंग इन हल्द्वानी, सो माई डोमिसाइल इज हल्द्वानी बिकॉज सिंस 24 years to 25 years आई एम लिविंग इन हल्द्वानी, सो हल्द्वानी इज माई डोमिसाइल। देन माई थर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन इज कंजर्वेटिव। कंजर्वेटिव पर्सन, वी से ना कि he is a very conservative person. Conservative person means a person who is opposed to a great change. My next substitution is imposter. What is an imposter basically? Imposter means a person who is pretending to be someone he is not. So my second substitution will be transitory. What is transitory? We says na that this transition happen in a very short span of time. So that change which occur for a very short time or which remains for a very short time, that change is a transitory change. So you can just write the spelling of this substitution, transitory. Transitory, what is transitory? That change which lasts for a very short time, that is known as transitory. Then the next one is red tapeism. In your social science books you must have read this word, red tapeism. What is red tapeism? Too much official formality. If someone is doing a too much official formality towards yourself, it means he's a red tapist or he is following the principle of red tapeism. So what is red tapeism? Too much official formality refers to the red tapeism. Then next substitution is archive. Some people say it archive, archive, but the correct pronunciation is archive. What is archive? A place where public records are kept, that place is known as archive. Okay, a place where the public records are kept, that place is known as archive. Next substitution is dipsomania. What is dipsomania? Insomnia we have listened. What is dipsomania? Dipsomania means a sudden craving or a recent craving for alcohol. If someone is dipsomaniac, it means he has habit of drinking alcohol very recently. it will not say habitual, or will not say occasionally. A person who gets recent craving for alcohol is referred to as a dipsomaniac. So what is dipsomania? And often craving for alcohol is dipsomania. Now then, what is parasol? Parasol is refers to a small umbrella. A small umbrella is known as parasol. Now the next substitution is cynic. That person is cynic. It means that a person who is cynic thinks that human nature is very evil. Okay, evil नहीं होता, evil होता है. So a person who thinks that human nature is very evil, or the nature of human is basically very cruel, so that person is considered to be a cynic. He's a cynic person, or he has very cynic thoughts towards us. It means that he thinks that the human nature is very evil, irrespective. He knows that he himself is a human, but for the other people he thinks that okay, those people are very bad, or they are very cruel, or their nature is very cruel. So that person who thinks that human are basically cruel, or the human nature is very cruel, are considered to be as cynic. Now the next one is palpable. Anything which can be feel or touched, that thing is considered to be as palpable. PALPABLE, that thing is considered to be as palpable. Anything which can be touched or feel is considered to be as palpable. Now the next one is equestrian. What is equestrian? One is pedestrian. You must have listened, walking expert. Then equestrian is the one who has got the expertise in horse riding. That person is considered to be as an equestrian. Now the one you must have listened that for example, if I'm saying that I can write with both of my hands, so I am not a right hander, or I am not a left hander, I am ambidextrous. A person who is ambidextrous means he can use both of his hands. The next one is a short walk. When we say we'll go for a short walk, means we'll go for a stroll, or that person has gone for a stroll means he has just went for a short walk. So what is a stroll? A stroll is a short walk. Then you must have listened in church sound of a funeral bell. There is a certain different sound of a funeral bell. So what is that sound of funeral bell known as? It is known as knell. KNELL. K is silent here, but the spelling is different from what it is basically pronounced. So, or from what it is basically spelled. So the correct spelling is KNELL, and the pronunciation for it is knell. So what is knell? Knell is basically the sound which is played during a funeral. That sound is known as knell. Then for example, if I'll say that I cannot go to the mortuary because I'm afraid of seeing dead bodies. Okay, if you say this line, what does it mean? That you are a neurophobiac. Neurophobia. What is neurophobia? Neurophobia is the fear of dead body. A person who has a fear of dead body is considered to be as neurophobiac. So neurophobia is the fear of dead bodies. Then fear of foreigners. Fear of foreigners means xenophobia. Xenophobia is the fear of foreigners. Formed opinion in advanced, or you could say it is a preconceived notion. Preconceived notion means we have already assumed something without thinking the pros and the cons, or without knowing anything. We have just create an assumption for that particular thing. So that thing is known as preconceived notion. Preconceived means a feeling that we have created in ourselves without knowing about it. That feeling is known as preconceived notion. Then greedy for money. Okay, the one who wants everything is greedy, but the person who is greedy for money, he is known as a rapacious person. RAPACIOUS, rapacious person. So who is a rapacious? A person who is greedy for money is a rapacious person. Okay, now if I'll say my next substitution is enfranchise. What is enfranchise? You can write it down. Give the right to vote. If I have given someone a right to vote, means I have enfranchised him. During my video, it is very important for all of you to see the videos smoothly in a very slow speed, so that you can write the explanation for every one word substitution you are noting down. Because in the video it is not possible for me to write the detailed explanation for every particular word, but it is possible for you. You can make the notes that whatever caption, in the caption one word substitution will be coming. For that particular caption you can write the explanation in your own way, because I'm trying to explain both in Hindi and both in English. Okay, so our next substitution is exodus, means departure of a large amount of people. Next is patrimony. What is patrimony? Patrimony is the property inherited from fathers to son, so that property is considered to be a patrimony. Then next is perpacious, perpscious. What is perpaciousness? Perpaciousness is the ability to quickly judge and understand something. So ये हमारा substitution है perpaciousness. Next substitution is chronicle. Chronicle come from the word chronology. Chronology means certain events happened in a sequential way, or noting down some events in a very sequential way. Not randomly we are writing down those events, but we are writing down those events in a very sequential way, or in a very proper way. That pattern is refers to as chronology. We say na that the events that happen in a very chronological order. Chronological order means in a very sequential order. We are not studying them in random way, that in 1947 this happened, then in 1921 it happened. We are just moving step by step. We are going starting from 1921, then we are going to 1925, then we are coming to 1947. So this is a chronology that we are following. So chronology is basically a sequential pattern. Then our next word is hospitality. Hospitality, most of the people समझेंगे it comes from the word hospital, but no, this is absolutely incorrect. Hospitality refers to the warm welcome. Okay, we are expecting a good hospitality in your hotel, means we are expecting a good welcome and a good care, that what if we will be approaching in your hotel, or if we'll be staying in your hotel, we are expecting a good hospitality. Hospitality means receiving guest very warmly, or receiving a very warmth welcome from a certain person. So that is hospitality. Then our next substitution is graphologist. What is graphologist? A person who can understands handwriting is considered to be as a graphologist. So what is graphologist? One who understands handwriting of every person in a basic manner, that is called known as a graphologist. Now next is oblation. So what are those oblation? Oblation is meant to be the offerings that you are giving to God or to the divine power. And next is ambiguous. Ambidextrous was a dual function without any problem, was ambidextrous, that a one who can write with both of the hands. So when it comes ambi means two. Okay, so ambidextrous is the word which refers to the person who is ambidextrous, means he can write with both of his hands without any without facing any problem. And ambiguous is if something is ambiguous, means it has got two meanings. That particular word is ambiguous, means it has got two meaning. Then a person who hates marriages is considered to be a misogynist. It is a very famous word. We say na he's a misogynist, means he is not in favor of marriages. Then a person who doesn't want to learn anything, or who doesn't want to seek any advice from someone, he is a misologist. Then the one was bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is the government by officials. Government by officials is considered to be a bureaucracy. Government by king is considered to be a monarchy. Okay, that these are two substitution, monarchy and bureaucracy. The government by the king is considered to be a monarchy, and government by officials is considered to be a bureaucracy. Then the government owned by the rich people is considered to be a plutocracy. Remember this, monarchy, bureaucracy and plutocracy. Monarchy was the government owned by king, bureaucracy was the government owned by the officials, and the government owned by the rich people is considered to be as a plutocracy. Then government owned by the highest order of people, or you can say government owned by aristocrats, that government is considered to be a aristocracy. Then legible. So this writing is legible, or this content is legible enough, means you can understand the handwriting. If any handwriting which is easy to read, that handwriting is considered as legible. Our next one word substitution is gaggle. What is gaggle? I saw a bunch of gaggle means a bunch of talkative girls is known as a gaggle. Then a person who is a lover of dogs. We say a dog has canines. So from canines this word has originated. So what is a lover of dogs is known as कैनोफिलिस्ट. इट इज़ नॉट कैनोलॉजिस्ट, इट इज़ कैनोफिलिस्ट. तो लवर ऑफ डॉग्स को क्या बोलते हैं? कैनोफिलिस्ट बोलते हैं. देन इट इज़ अ कंजेंटियल डिजीज. हमारा नेक्स्ट वर्ड है कंजेंटियल. कंजेंटियल का मतलब क्या होता है? अ थिंग विच इज प्रेजेंट फ्रॉम बर्थ. Okay, so it is a congenital disease means he has derived this or he has gained this disease since his birth. For example, किसी को डायबिटीज़ होता है बचपन से ही, so हम कहते हैं कि a newborn child has got a disease known as diabetes. तो वहाँ पे हम ये बोलेंगे, इतना लंबा नहीं बोलेंगे. We say that diabetes is a congenital disease which he has received from his parents. So congenital means from birth whatever he gained, so that particular word is considered to be congenital when it comes to medical terminology. Then we say he is a very intellectual person. So our next word is intellect. Intellect means a person who has got the cognitive thinking or the reasoning power. A person who has more reasoning power is considered to be a intellect person. Or we say he is very good at intellectual reasoning, or he is very good in intellectual conversation, means he has got a good presence of mind, so that person is considered to be as an intellect. Then we'll say rebate. रिबेट, व्हाट डू मीन बाय रिबेट? हम हिंदी में कहते हैं कि हमने टैक्स भरा और हमें रिबेट मिला. तो रिबेट क्या होता है आपका? रिबेट आपका जो वट एवर टैक्स यू पेइंग, आपको उसमें जो भी रिडक्शन मिल गया या एक तरीके से कहीं कैशबैक मिल गया, दैट पर्टिकुलर वर्ड इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी रिबेट. रिबेट इज मेंट फॉर रिडक्शन इन टैक्सेस व्हेन इट कम्स टू टैक्स. ये थे हमारे वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन. आगे बहुत सारे हैं, वीडियो बहुत लंबी है, तो थोड़ा आपको यू नीड टू बी पेशेंट वाइल वॉचिंग द वीडियो. एंड हमारा नेक्स्ट, हम बिना किसी देरी के शुरू करते हैं. हमारा नेक्स्ट वर्ड है remuneration. What is remuneration? He is being remunerated for his good deed. So when you are getting a reward, it means that you are being remunerated. So remuneration क्या होता है? Remuneration is generally a reward for something good that you have done. So that word means remuneration. So remuneration is what? A good reward for a good deed. So हमारा next word है privilege. He has got the privilege means he has got a good power. हमारा next है rebellion. He is a very rebellious person, or rebellion. What is rebellion? Rebellion means going against the government. A person who is rebellious means he is not in favor of government, or he is not in favor of a particular point. He is against that particular point. He is opposing certain facts that were passed by the government, means he was very rebellious. हमारा next है curfew. What is curfew? Curfew is a condition where all members of the family, or all people living in a particular locality are meant to live in their houses. They are not allowed to go out of their houses. So that condition is known as curfew. जैसे आपका during the lockdown it was a sort of curfew. It was although a lockdown, but it was also a curfew where people were not allowed to go out of their houses, or they were not allowed to meet in gatherings. So that particular condition is known as curfew. Then epitome. What is epitome? Epitome refers to when we are giving a short summary to a story. Instead of giving a huge lecture for a story or giving a speech, if we rather give a epitome, means we are giving a short summary to a story, that is known as epitome. And our next word is aviation. Aviation is a common word that you may have listened. And aviation, when it comes to word aviation, you think that okay, it is related to pilot, or it is related to airports. You are absolutely correct. So but what is the exact meaning of aviation? Aviation means art of flying in aircraft is known as aviation. Write it down. Art of flying in aircraft is known as aviation. Now our next word is numismatics. Numismatics is the study of coins. When we study coins, so that is we are studying numismatics. Our next word is criminology. Criminology criminology is the study of crime. Then chronology refers to the study of fixing dates in a sequential order, that is chronology. Then calology, when you are studying about human beauty, so it means you are studying calology. Then study of mankind is known as anthropology. Yeah, remember it, anthropology. Please, it's my humble request, note down the spelling in a very proper way. Pronunciation also, listen it very properly, and also the spellings, because spellings are, I think, will be a bit tough for you, but I am making easy for you by just mentioning those spellings in the captions. So please, it is my humble request that please see the videos in a very slow speed, so that you can note down the spellings as well as their meanings in a very easy and convenient way. So this was anthropology. Then etiology is the study of the cause of diseases. Okay, what is the basically what is the cause that disease occurred, so that study comes under the field of etiology. Then is cosmography. Cosmography, if cosmography comes from the word cosmos, and cosmos, the word cosmos means universe. So if you are studying about the entire universe, it means you are studying cosmography. Then the next word is horology. Horology is the study of time. When you are studying about time, so then it means you are studying horology. Then it was metrology. Metrology is the study of weight, is known as metrology. Then our next word is cradle. What is cradle? A bed of a newborn baby is known as cradle. It is not known as pram. Cradle is basically the bed of a newborn baby. It is known as cradle. Our next word is elocution. What is elocution? Elocution is the art of speaking publicly. He is a very good elocutor, means he has the art to face public in a very good manner. He is not hesitant towards speaking in public, or he is not afraid of facing a very large amount of mass. He is a very good elocutor. Then cartography. Cartography is basically art of preparing maps, is known as cartography. Then our next is aerophobia. Fear of height is known as aerophobia. Then diversion. What is diversion? Change in direction is known as diversion. We say na, a diversion is going to come after 5 minutes, means you have to change your direction and you'll be going to the right path after this particular diversion. When you are traveling from one place to another, you must have seen certain yellow boards in which there is written diversion after 5 minutes or diversion after 5 kilometer, means there is a change in direction after a certain period of time, and you have to go to that another way. Okay, now next is coronation. Coronation is basically when we are crowning a king, means we are going to see a coronation ceremony. So what is coronation ceremony? A particular event where a king is going to receive the crown. Our next word is, he is a naturalistic person. Naturalistic person means a person who is very attached to nature, or who has feelings for nature, or who is concerned for nature. So that person is considered to be a naturalistic. Then summary. Summary means, instead of giving a 10-page notes about a certain chapter, you are just giving it you are summarizing it. You are giving all the facts in only 2 to 3 paragraphs. It means you are providing a summary. So what is a summary? Summary is a brief account of something, or brief account of a particular subject. If you are giving, means you are giving a summary. Now the next word is erotica. Erotica words come from erotic. Erotic means, erotic basically we say, we usually now in OTT it is a erotic content, or the children should not read the erotic books. So what do you mean by the word erotic? Erotic means anything which has a connection related to your sexual desires. Okay, so what is erotica? Erotica is basically the books which are intended to arouse your sexual desire. This is the word erotic. Then the next word is entomology, and a person who study about insects is known as entomologist. So entomology is the study of insects. Then our next word is credible. Earlier we have learned legible. Legible was the term when we refer something which is easy to read, that is legible. And credible means something which is easy to understand. It means it is a credible concept, means it is very easy to understand. So that word is known as credible. Then plagiarism. Plagiarism is a word used in the writing field. If I am writing a certain content on some topic, for example, if I have given to write about proteins, if I am just going through the Google Chrome, I am searching proteins and I am just copy pasting the entire content and giving it to my senior. So what he'll not say that you are giving the copied content, he'll say you are giving the plagiarized content. Means you have stolen content from certain source and you have just passed it from that source to me. It means you have just delivered the plagiarized content. So what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is stealing the writing of others for personal use. That is known as plagiarism. Then nomology, nomology. Study of law is known as nomology. Study of crime is known as criminology. There is a difference, remember. Now the next word is eradicable. Anything which can be derived out or anything which can be rocked out is considered to be eradicable. तो ये थे हमारे कुछ वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन. लिस्ट अभी बहुत लंबी है फ्रेंड्स, बट होता ये है कि इफ देर इज़ अ लॉन्ग वीडियो सो इट बिकम्स बोरिंग फॉर यू टू जस्ट go through one video. So I have just splitted one video into two parts. The first part has been delivered to you, and within 1 to 2 days the second part will be uploaded in the same YouTube channel. So stay tuned to my channel, and if you like this video, please subscribe and share it amongst your friends. Thank you very much.